When #MeToo comes to Ashton by Bobby Turnbull, Jessica clicked on it instantly. One of the main reasons people like living in Ashton is that they feel safe here. Our crime indicators show that Ashton is one of the safest places to live in the state. We haven't had a murder in 3 years. Our violent crime rate places us in the top 10 safe cities in Georgia, according to Georgia Bureau of Investigation statistics. Of course, you know what they say. There are 3 kinds of lies: lies, damned lies, and statistics. Statistics are only as good as the numbers inputted into the formula. Unreported crime, by definition, doesn't count in the reports. Sexual crimes are some of the most underreported crimes in the country. This occurs for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is the fear of exposure on the part of the victims. Victims often feel alone and as if they will not be believed. This is something the Me Too movement has sought to undo. By highlighting the prevalence of sexual assault, women coming forward with their Me Too stories are illustrating that it can happen to anyone, and there is no shame and no blame in being a victim. The shame and blame should be in and on the perpetrator. Yet we still, as a society, glorify the perpetrators. Look at our cultural icons, the movies and heroes we hold dear. The idea of a baby mama is a joke. But who is up at 3 in the morning changing a diaper and listening to a baby cry? Not the baby's daddy, whose only contribution is 20 minutes of pleasure and the occasional check, if mama is lucky. How many politicians still hold office after credible claims of sexual assault? How many movie stars still make millions at the box office, despite using their fame and box office power to take advantage of people without that kind of clout? Does character matter? Can we separate the art from the artist? This paper has been covering the paternity suit filed by a local mother against a popular football coach. We've been giving you news as it unfolds, as is befitting a local paper. But should we be digging deeper? Should we be looking into the night 17 years ago when this child was conceived? The mother says she didn't file suit until now because she didn't know who the father was until a genetic test identified the coach. I don't know about you, but it sounds to me like there wasn't a whole lot of informed consent going on back in 2001. A group of girls from the high school sought to highlight these facts, but were quickly silenced by school administration, law enforcement, and, likely, their parents. What does it say about Ashton as a community that we tell young people that they should not speak out when they see injustice? We should be encouraging this kind of speech instead of silencing it. Maybe these girls have their own stories to tell. Now, we may never know.